Hello, welcome everyone. I am candidate Master Buddhika Singh. Uh, we want to analyze and we want to discuss about Chennai Grand Master Tournament's second round games. Right, it's started at 3:20 p.m. in Chennai time, same as Sri Lankan time, I guess. Right, I am Sri Lankan candidate Master Buddhika Singh. Right. Okay, games start. Okay, first Avondali Karthikeyan Murali versus Avondalian. Karthikeyan Murali 2658 and Avondalian 2696. Okay, first game we look at these games. Okay, this game happened 14 moves. Okay, okay. Beginning start with D4, right? Karthikeyan Murali played D4 and Avondalian played D5. Okay. Now knight F3 played. This is a typical choice because sometimes he can play C4, but maybe he played some variations like maybe some E5 ideas with Albion counter gambit and so on, but I don't know. But he choose knight F3, different move order. Sometimes he think maybe some variation like C4, E6, maybe knight F3, now knight F6. Maybe G3 here bishop B4 it's very interesting, but you didn't play C4, that means you can play C3. Now bishop B4 it's not a good idea either. Okay, but anyway here what happened here, yeah, here Murali Karthikeyan play knight F3, and now knight F6 happen. Actually this is game, right? Okay. Yeah, okay, I think this is main game. Yeah, okay. Okay, knight f3, knight f6, and here Murali can decide fianchetto his bishop like this because he want to get lone diagonal and some kind of Catalan setup with different move order. Right, here e6 happen, and now bishop g2 and bishop e7, and now he plays c4. Okay, now he really confidence about his chances because now I think here bishop b4 not a good idea because it's wasting time, right? You can play knight c3 because bishop e7, bishop b4 it's not a good idea. That's the reason here he decided to play not castle. He played immediately c4 here because he pretty sure his opponent never go for like bishop b4 idea, right? C4 and castles, and after castle, okay, after actually a main move castles and sometimes d cut c4 open Catalan variations and sometimes c6 close Catalan variation and so on. But here Murali can decide knight c3. Actually it's a it's a third choice, second choice queen c2, but he decided to play knight c3 here, right? Okay, after knight c3 what happened, yeah, sometimes these days a lot of players try to play this type of things. It's some kind of weight in here. Actually here he can play d takes c4 and he can play c6 and he can play knight bd7, right, and any other things. Okay, yes, b6, c5, a5, knight c6, everything. But here actually Avondalian want to go to some new repertoire. That's the reason he play here h6. Okay, h6. This is a very useful move, right? Because he want to stop bishop g5 idea. It's like a prophylaxis move. Okay, right. h6 played, and after Murali Karthikeyan castles, and Avondalian now played d takes c4. Okay. Now it's like open Catalan setup, but some kind of debatable ideas for both sides. This is a very reasonable position without these things. Here castles, d takes c4, it's some kind of main line, example queen c2, sometimes a6, and he can take and b5, sometimes bishop d2, bishop a5 ideas, and sometimes here queen after queen c2, I think nice a6, a4 also some idea, and here very debatable ideas, sometimes bishop d7, bishop c6, and bishop e4, like these ideas. And I remember Aronian versus Carlson sometimes play 6 or something like that. Right. This is so much interesting variations in this setup. Okay. But this is different scenario because both side get some good things or bad things. We can say like that. Because knight c3, h6. And now castles, right? Now d takes c4. Now this is a little bit press position because now knight c3 happened to h6. It's better for who? That's better for white or black. That's a problem, right? Okay, now here knight e5 played Murali Karthikeyan. Yeah, that's the main move in this position. Knight e5. Now knight c6. Okay, now this is some improvement variation with this line. You know, here actually castles d takes c4, and here queen c2 one up line. The other line is knight c6 because sorry, knight e5, and here knight c6, very interesting idea. Bishop takes c6, knight takes c6, queen e8, and knight takes e7 also. Queen takes e7 and sometimes queen a4. This is one up line. The other variation here, knight takes c6, b takes c6, bishop takes c6, and rook b8. This is another variation. But anyway, here what happened with some improvement variation with this two variation happen like this, some improvement. Now knight c6 again happen, but h6 knight c3, that's good for white or black. That's a problem, right? Right. Okay, knight c6 and now bishop takes c6 happen. Actually, it's a, I think it's a main move. Knight takes c6 also playable, but bishop takes c6 and b takes c6, and now knight takes c6, and now queen e8. Looks like same variation with that improvement variation knight c3 and bishop e7, knight c3 and h6. Okay, knight cut e7, and now queen takes e7. Now queen a4, right? Okay. Okay, here actually this variation, uh, earlier variation we checked without these things. What happened? Here same variation like this, without this improvement, like castles, d takes c4, and now knight e5, now knight c6, bishop takes c6, b takes c6, knight takes c6, queen e8, knight takes e7, queen takes e7, queen a4. Right, this is suggestible idea. Here also a5. No, here a5 it's not a good idea though. Right, a5, queen takes c4, bishop a6 maybe. Yeah, that's the idea. Queen c2. Sorry, not queen c3. Queen c2. And after rook kept d8. Yeah, that's the variation we suggest here. But what happened? This improvement, this variation happened like this. No, here actually knight c3, and like this same variation as before but with improvement, right? A5. Okay, now we see what happened. Okay, here a5, and okay, sorry, right? Okay, now queen takes c4, same as variation, bishop a6. Okay, and here queen c6, right? Earlier variation, yeah, earlier variation white can't play queen c6, guys, because bishop got e2 here. But now it's improvement for white. Actually, white protected this e2 pawn. That's the reason he can play queen c6. Yeah, he can play queen c6. And here knight d5 played. Okay, knight d5 play earlier. Okay, that's possible. And now idea he want to play, he try to sacrifice something like that pawn, but he can take queen takes e2 sometimes. Okay, what happened? Yeah, rook e1 play. Here actually what happened here, knight takes d5, e takes d5, Example, queen takes d5, not a good idea. Maybe queen takes e2. I think bishop move, bishop somewhere e3, but bishop c4. Yeah, this is opposite color bishop position, but very bad dash, very bad lies gas for white camps. Okay. Anyway, what happened? Rook e1 played, bishop d2 also possible. Idea knight cuts c3, bishop cuts c3, and bishop takes e2. I think rook f1, and now bishop d3, maybe d5. Queen f3. Yeah, this is a difficult human variation, right? Anyway, rook e1 played Vandalian take his time. No, Murali Karthikeyan take his time, 2 minutes, and he play rook e1. And now here Vandalian play, he take his time like 8 minutes, and he play queen b4, right? This is very simple idea, because now knight takes d5 not possible because queen takes e1. This is very simple, and here e4 happen, right? Here e4 happen, right? Okay. I want to check this in my stream page or not. Wait, guys. I check bit. Yeah, my stream page. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, thank you. Right. Okay, now queen b4. This is very simple idea, because knight takes d5 not possible. Queen takes e1. This is so simple idea, right? Here queen b4. And what happened? E4 play Murali Karthikeya, right? Murali Karthikeyan play e4. Okay, right. Murali Karthikeyan play e4. Can I share my link? Wait, guys. I want to share because lot of want to come. They can come, right? Wait. Yeah, I want to share my link. Wait. Right. Okay, right. Okay, here e4 played Murali Karthikeya. It's some kind of risky move though. Okay, anyway. e4 played here rook d1 suggests engine. I don't know what is the idea. Maybe knight takes c3, b takes c3. Now attack queen, and maybe queen takes d6, queen takes d6, c takes d6, and maybe king f1. Yeah, this is a very boring position. It looks drawish, right? But Murali Karthikeyan tries some exciting things. He play e4. Same idea as before, right? But here a very important intermediate move for Vandalian. He play bishop b7. Yeah, that's a very good move. That's a good move actually. Bishop b7 played, and after here, okay, bishop b7. Now queen can go queen can go a4 or not? No, queen can't go maybe because knight takes c3 is possible. Yeah, this is difficult position. Yeah, here important move a3. Murali Karthikeyan fine a3 move, but Murali Karthikeyan time is so bad, 37 minutes. That's mean Vandalian is so lot of success with this opening, because he play h6 and knight c3 improvement variation with Catalan, right? Okay, here a3, and after bishop takes c6 played in that game. Okay, that's not a good idea. No, that's fine actually. This is important thing because where to put this guy, that's a problem. Example, queen d7 not a good idea because knight cuts c3 and b cuts c3 and queen cuts c3. Now it's very sneaky double attack idea. Example, bishop e3. I think I can take bishop takes e4. Now this is dominant bishop, I think, because Lyskas is so much weak. That's a big problem in that game. Okay, Sunil told us put Arjun no Prague. Vidito Anish. Arjun. Okay, he want to check Arjun. Okay, right. First we check this game, and after we will go to Arjun game, Sunil. Right? Please wait. Right. Okay. Right. Here actually queen takes c3, that's a good idea. But anyway, a3 played, then after bishop takes c6, and it's some kind of end game. A takes b4, and now knight takes c3. Yeah, knight takes c3. Actually, knight takes b4 also fine, but knight takes c3. Knight takes c3. Maybe knight takes b4, good idea. Try to put here. It's some octopus idea. But anyway, he play knight takes c3. It's so much simplification. B takes c3. And now a takes b4. And rook takes a1. Sorry, rook takes a8. And rook takes a8. Right. And c takes b4. Right. Uh, yeah, that's the current note. That very near to now current position. Very near to current position now. Rook a1 happen, right? Okay, now rook a1 is very sneaky trick again. Bishop ka t4, rook takes c4, rook takes c1. It's nice trick by Ondalian. Okay, actually this position Murali Kartian won a pawn, but doesn't matter because it's opposite color bishop. That's the reason he tried like this. Here f3 played, and now rook rook b1 played. Very simple attack. He want to take this pawn. Question how to protect. Yeah, only way bishop d2, and now rook takes c1. Bishop takes c1. Yeah, this is so boring game. I think engine suggests is 0.2 plus 4 white, but I don't think so. This is definitely drawing game because this is opposite color bishop game and very simple. Fine. I think this game draw. That's been Wonderlians lot of success with Karthikeyan and Murali with black pieces. Right. I think I predict this game draw. I predict this game draw. Okay, Sunil. Okay, put Arjun no Prag. Prag not here, Sunil. Vidito Anish. Oh, put Arjun. Okay, he like Arjun. That's the reason. Okay, next game Arjun game. Okay, I predict first game. I think this game properly draw Avandalian and Karthikeyan Murali. Right. Okay, next Arjun Argasi Arjun versus no. Actually, Jordan Van versus Arjun Argasi. I think this position may be Catalan. I believe it's a Catalan. Right. Okay, so many Catalans today. Right. Okay, we check now Arjun games with Jordan Van Forest. Arjun play black pieces. Right. Okay, actually you like to check these games. It's very important. If you can, please put real board and check that games. It's very good way to analyze games. I also did here. Right. I usually did. Right. Okay. What happened this game? Okay. Yes. Jordan Van Forest start with knight f3. And here Arjun played d5. Okay. Actually, this position I like to play c5 because I like to play some hedgehog creations. But Arjun did d5. And now g3 played. Very principal way. And now Arjun play g6. Arjun idea is very important. Sometimes he like to put bishop g7 and sometimes e5. Maybe knight c6, bishop e6, queen d7, knight e7. Sometimes bishop h3, sometimes f5, f4. I remember a very interesting game like this with I think Niels Grandelius won with Jan Prosper Duda. Maybe 3 years ago like that. Right. Anyway. Okay. G6. And now bishop g2. Right. Bishop g7. Now very important. He tried to play e5. I think now Jordan played e4. Yes. Jordan stopped e5 because if he play e5, this is really good for black actually. That's the reason he immediately stopped d4. Arjun's idea. Right. Okay. Right. Now knight f6 played. It's a so symmetrical position and castle. castles, right? Both side double ph2, and now c4 played. Okay, now c4 and c6 played, very important. Sometimes you can take d takes c4 also. Yeah, c6 played, very principal idea. Here very interesting debatable idea, I know. Sometimes because c takes d5 idea possible. Actually, Jordan Van Press immediately c takes d5. Sometimes delay c takes d5. Sometimes knight came here. Actually takes c takes d5 because now this knight is not a good place. Because sometimes remaneuver knight b8, knight c6. Right. That's the idea. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, guys. What happened after c6? Uh, okay. After c6, c takes d5 played immediately. That's main principal move. C takes d5. So symmetric positions. Maybe nothing happened. Uh, hi. Please welcome Sapneet. Sorry for pronunciation sometimes. Okay. Uh, if you have any question, please ask Sapneet. Welcome to channel. Right. Okay. C takes d5, and now knight c3. Okay. Knight c6. Right. Okay. Now this position so symmetrical. Symmetrical positions very important thing. Activity of the pieces. Activity of the pieces. Right. Activity of the pieces is very important. Now here Jordan Van Persie tried something to imbalance, because he want imbalance because this position is so much equal. That's the reason he tried knight e5. Okay, knight e5. Okay, here knight e5. Knight e5 played in that game. And here bishop f5 play Arjun Argasi. Yeah, actually main move e6. Maybe Arjun don't like this bishop cross here. It's like a buried bishop. That's the reason he put bishop f5. It's second choice in engine opening book. And now bishop f4 is so logical move. Important. Yeah, here main move knight takes c6. But anyway, bishop f4 also 5. Right. Now rook c8 played. Right. Rook c8. And now rook c1. So much symmetric this position, but only different this knight jump to e5. Right. Okay, now it's okay. Now e6 played Arjun Argasi. Okay. Now here h3 play Jordan Van Persie. This is very important idea because he want to play g4, bishop e4, f3. He want to trap Arjun bishop. Wow, it's very interesting idea. Okay, how to solve this problem? Arjun Argasi. Yeah, he took knight takes e5. Actually, that's not a good decision, right? But question what to do? NG suggests knight e4. This idea maybe g4. I think g5. It's very messy position. Yeah, it's so much mess. That's the reason what happened. Knight takes c5 played, and now bishop takes c5. Okay, Jordan Van Persie took with bishop. That's not a good decision, right? He can take with d takes c5. I believe he upright maybe knight h5. I don't know. No, maybe knight e4. But here bishop takes c4. Yeah, that's a very interesting idea. Example d takes c4, probably g4, or maybe here take and g4. I think it looks winning, right? It looks winning for Jordan Van Persie. What happened? Knight e4, knight takes c4, bishop takes c4. Okay, bishop takes c4 first. Now bishop takes c4. Okay, here queen d2 is so interesting idea. Idea maybe f3. He want to play f3, right? What happened immediately f3? Yeah, some problem with g5. That's the reason first he want to stop g5 and so on. Now bishop f5. Now I think g4 possible. And now bishop e4 f3 possible. It's trapped. What happened after here g4 d4? Very excited. Now knight b5. Try to put knight d6. Yeah, Right foot knight d6, octopus idea. This is very important. Okay. Yeah, this is very interesting idea for Arjun Argasi. Jordan Van Perez, but his time 1 hour 27 minutes that time, but he took him. Okay, he take his time actually. He take his time 11 minutes and he play bishop takes c5. That's bit dubious move, but he can play d takes c5. Okay, he play bishop takes e5. Now nothing happened. D takes e5 is so interesting. I think knight e4 not good. Maybe knight e7 again. He can try g4 ideas. If he want, maybe bishop e4, knight takes e4. It's a pawn, right? It's a pawn up, and it's so happy camp. I don't know what's the reason. He didn't play. Didn't go for it. D takes e5, but he did bishop takes e5. Okay. Okay, this is the current, no, this is not a current position. Okay, now Arjun play g5 because he understand, because this bishop is not a good place. He want to put bishop g6 or something like that. That's the reason he play bishop g5. That's the important thing, because here maybe he afraid knight h5. I don't know, but knight h5 simply bishop d2. Now g4 is a terrible threat, right? I don't know, some reason he afraid this idea, but d takes e5, he want unbalance, he want to go to d takes e5, but he didn't. Okay, bishop takes e5, now g5 played Arjun. And now queen d2, very simple idea, simply attack this g pawn. Okay, right. Now very important time, yeah. Okay, now Arjun put knight e8 and Arjun simply defended g5 pawn, right? Right. Right, okay. Right. Okay, he defend like this and knight e4. Now simply what happened? Bishop takes g7. Simply bishop exchanges. Okay. Yes, he can play e4, but okay, e4 possible. But anyway, he play bishop takes e7, king takes e7. Right. And now g4 play Jordan Van Forest and bishop g6. And now f4. Wow. Jordan Van Forest try to attack. Engine say it's like 0.00. But anyway, very scary idea, because he want to attack, right? g4 is very okay move. But what happened? G takes f4 and queen takes f4, right? Okay, Jordan Van Forest try to attack. Okay, actually this is the current position in that game. Both players equal time spent, 49 minutes and 49 minutes. Both players same as time. Okay, here Van Forest 49 minutes and Argasi Arjun also 49 minutes. Okay, here what kind of threats here? Okay, actually engine say it's like equal, but yeah, engine suggests f6 here, but after f6 what happened? Maybe e3. Yeah, this position slowly, yeah, this position okay for both side. h4 is terrible idea maybe. Okay, h6. Okay, g5. Okay, engines are just like this. I don't know. This is some different position. Arjun take his time. Can we check later this game? Okay, now I want to go to next game. Vidit Santos Gujarati. Robson Ray versus Vijit Santos Gujarati's game. Okay, actually this game 14 moves happen. Robson Ray 44 minutes and Vidit Santos Gujarati 50 minutes in that game, right? Okay, what happened? I think this game it's Collet system game. Okay, Robson Ray play d4, right? Okay. Right, Robson Ray played d4 and Vidit Santosh Gujarati replied with d5. Uh, and now knight f3 again, same as I told you before, knight f6. And now e3 play Robson Ray. Uh, yes, he can play c4 sometimes, but he did e3. And now e6, Vidit also copy bit. Okay, knight b d2 play Robson Ray. He actually main move bishop d3 and c4 also suggestible, but he did knight b d2. It's a third choice in opening book, right? Now c5 played Vidit Santos. It's very important move c5, and now b3 play Robson Ray. Here c3 is main move, but anyway b3 played. It's very normal idea, because now bishop can't go here. That's some advantage for white, right? Anyway b3. Okay, now knight b d7 played. Okay, Vidit Santos also did knight b d7. That's not a good idea, right? Because he can play simply knight c6. Knight c6 is very active place, but I don't know whatever reason he played knight b d7. It's like coffin opponent or something like that. But anyway, because here main move knight c6 and the others can play c takes d4, and sometimes here very interesting b6 idea, bishop a6, try to exchange good bishop to bad bishop. Some variation punish this ideas with queen f also. Right. Okay, but he did knight b d7. And now bishop b2. And now b6, right? Okay. Okay, both sides like copying each other. Lot of games copying each other, right? Okay, now bishop b5 played Robson Row. Ray Robson, right? Ray Robson play bishop d5. Actually, a main move bishop d3. But he want to test with it Gujarati with bishop d5. Okay. Sometimes he like to play knight e5 ideas also. Right, what happened? Here with Gujarati play bishop b7. Now this position is so much press position. Nothing else, because bishop b5 is out of theory move maybe, right? Okay, castle played. And now a6 played Vidit Gujarati, because he want to take bishop b, because here play bishop d3. This is very important, guys, because example bishop takes d7, knight takes d7. This is good for black actually. Black so much comfortable with bishop pair. It's a big initiative for black. That's the reason bishop d3 played, right? Okay, now one game here. Actually, it's happened 2010 with Shin Divakar Prasad versus Abhishek Das. Okay, they follow some two Indians games, right? Okay, we check what happened. Okay, bishop e7 played Vidit Santosh Gujarati. Actually, Singh and Abhishek game plays. Abhishek Das plays bishop d6. I want to check with that game. Oh no, I can't check, because I want to go to that game. Okay, knight e5 happened. Okay, we won't get some idea about that things. Okay, now sometimes, okay, here actually might try to exchange something and white got bad position. Okay, he play f4 and positionally really good position for black maybe. I don't know, because black's bishop is so bad. Yeah. Sorry, white bishop is so bad. Now black's position is so much interesting, and he gets some attack here. Yeah, yeah, he won't like this, and yeah, it's very convincing win for Abhishek Das. But unfortunately, Vidit didn't play bishop d6. He played bishop e7. Right. He played bishop e7. And now a4 player option rare option play a4. Right. Okay, a4. He want to play sometimes a5. Maybe he want to stop b5. Right. Okay. Now castles played Vidit Gujarati. And now queen to play rare option. And now knight e4 play okay, knight e4 played with this Santosh Gujarati. And now rook ac1 played. Now bishop d6 played with this Gujarati. And now rook fd1 played. What about f5, guys? Yes, that's a current position in that game, I think. No, not yet. Okay, c takes d4 happened. C takes d4. Now e takes d4. Now I like to play f5 though. Okay, bishop f4 play Vidit Santosh Gujarati in that position. Okay, this is very interesting position here, right? Okay. Now rook a1 played. Okay, rook a1 played rare option. Okay, this position with it thinking with its time 47 minutes and rare option time 39 minutes. That's the current position in that game, right? Okay, that's the current position in that game. Okay, now we check. Okay, I think knight df6 fine, but anyway g3 maybe. Now bishop d6. Maybe he can put knight e5. No. Okay, rook c1 again. Yeah, this is perfectly fine for both sides. Yeah, maybe he can try knight e5. Yeah, this is looks same variation. It's perfectly same variation, I think. Okay, both players are not exciting games today, guys. Not exciting games. Maybe challenges sections. I don't know. Right. Next one, Anishgiri versus Nihal Sarin. Okay, that's 22 moves played. Right. Here Anishgiri white pieces and sorry, Nihal Sarin white pieces and Anishgiri black pieces. Okay, now we can check this game. Right. Okay, we can check this game now. Right. Okay, right. Here Tushari Paranagama. Hi. Right. Okay. Anishgiri versus Nihal Sarin game. Okay. What happened? Yeah, here Nihal Sarin played e4 and Anishgiri played c5 and Nihal Sarin played knight c3. Wow. It's very interesting, guys. Usually lot of okay, what's your rating? My rating 1965 now. 1965. Right. Okay. Here knight f3 main move, but knight c3 close Sicilian type of variation. Knight c6 and now g3. Okay, close Sicilian game happened in Nihal Sarin versus Anishgiri. Now g6, bishop g2, bishop g7. Okay, now d3 and now d6. Okay, knight ge2 played. Okay. Okay, now here Anishgiri play e5. Anishgiri can play e6 also, but he play e5. Now little bit thinking about d5 square because this is a big battle in this game, right? Okay, yeah, he immediately play knight d5. Nihal Sarin here castle is main move, but he did knight. Yeah, knight d5. He play knight d5. right? Okay. Uh, okay, here knight g7, knight g7, uh, okay, knight g7 and bishop g5. Okay, now it's kind of theoretical move in this position. Okay, here h6 played. That's also again main move. Now bishop takes e7 played Nihal Sari. Actually, a main move bishop f6 and castle maybe. Yes, castle. But bishop e3 also one up move. But Nihal Sarin played bishop takes e7. Okay, now black's position so much good, right? I don't know what is the idea. Okay, knight takes e7. Now black got a bishop pair also. Knight takes e7 again. And queen takes e7. Yeah, I really like to play black with black pieces now. Because black have bishop pair. I don't know what is the idea behind these things by Nihal Sarin. Maybe he want to play some light class, right? H4 played. That's an engine move. H4. And now h5. Stop penetration idea. Now he like to put maybe like this. I don't know. Right. Okay. C4 played. Okay. Okay. Sarin's idea is he want to put knight here maybe. Uh, Now he want to play some light scarce. Maybe he like to play sometimes bishop h3 exchanges and knight put d5 because he want to play good knight versus bad bishop maybe. I don't know. Right. Anyway, bishop g4 played. Yeah. Okay. Some games happen here. Bishop g4. Right. Okay. Bishop g4. Uh, Wow, this is interesting, guys. Bishop g4 and now Sarin play. Yes, I told you this idea. He play bishop h3 because he want to eliminate this guy here and he want to put maybe knight here. Okay, that's the idea. Bishop f3 played Anish Kiri. Uh, okay, bishop f3. Important thing Anish can't take here because I think it's very important. Maybe castles knight put here. This is very important idea. Knight d5. Example f5. I think maybe rook h1 again. And maybe queen d7. Now knight can put, right? No, rook g1. Sorry, not rook f1. Rook g1. And now maybe rook a d8 or something like that. I want to put this guy here. Okay. Because he want to get good knight versus bad bishop idea. But anyway, Anish didn't take. Anish play bishop f3. And now queen a4 check. Okay, this is important move because now he want to jump this guy sometimes. Okay, queen a4 check. And now king f8. Anish played king f8. And now rook f1. Okay, rook f1. Now next he want to jump like this. Okay. Bishop takes e2. Okay, again opposite color bishop position. Anish Kiri took bishop takes e2 because Anish don't like this knight jump ideas. That's the reason he bishop takes e2. And now king takes e2, opposite color bishop position. And now a5 played Anish. Right. And now okay, rook c1 played Nihal Sarin. And queen e8. Anish like to exchange queen. And now bishop d7. He declined exchange in queen ideas. And now queen d8. And now rook c3. Okay, rook c3. Okay. Now king e7. Now bishop b5. Okay. Now queen c8. Now queen c2. And queen g4 check. I think in run. Yes, no. King e1. Bishop h6. Right. Okay, bishop a4. Right, that's the current position in that game. That's also too much equal this position also. But what happened? Time difference. Nihal Sarin time 56 minute Nihal Sarin, and Anish Kiri 31 minutes. Yeah, that's also a bit boring game. But maybe some exciting things happen in that game. Maybe F5 or something like that. But F5 not a good idea maybe. Okay, engine suggest king F6. Yeah, that's also not a good, not lot of good ideas, right? Yeah, we can say like that. Okay, anyway, that game like this. Okay, now last game we want to look at. Yes. Okay, one game results end. This is very boring round. One game results end. Ondalian and Karthika and Murali draw that game. Yeah, this is very simple idea. I told you before because C1. Yeah, here bishop B5 and now G4. Yeah, G6. Actually no play because white up a pawn but opposite color bishop no way to go, right? Yeah, here everything happen. Now everything protect because dash cash bishop can protect everything and this pawn can't go anywhere. Yeah, this is very easy draw and they agreed a draw. Yeah, it's just a very quick pieces for tournament, right? Okay, Vincent Kmar versus Prano game. Okay, okay, here we Prano yesterday won, right? We Prano yesterday won with RN Chopra. What happened, RN Chopra? Maybe some games here, right? Not every games here? I don't know. Oh, no. Actually, that game happened in challengers section. Okay, sorry. Sorry for that. It's not B Prano, it's M Pranesh or something like that. Okay, right. Here, okay. B Prano play E4 and C5 and knight F3. Knight C6. Okay, Winston Kmar like to play knight up and he always play knight up sometimes, right? Because his coach Peter Lequan, he follow these instructions. Right, bishop B5. Okay, Rosalimo variation and knight BD7 variation. Okay. Now castles, main move D4, castles played. And now A6 and bishop. Okay, bishop E2. Okay, bishop D3 main move, bishop ka D7 also move, bishop E2 play. Knight F6. D3. Okay. Now G6. G6 also suggestible, but G6 important, right? G6. Now C4. Okay. Bishop G7. Now knight C3. Okay. B6 played. Castle is a main move, but second choice play B6. Right. Okay. Now D4. Now immediately games convert to some something like that. We call it's Marxi binary structure converted like this. C takes D4. Knight takes D4. Now bishop B7. Double Piancetta variation. F3. Castles. Right. Okay. This variation looks like drag and drop variation, but some difference here. Sometimes it looks like a hedgehog setup, but hedgehog setup usually bishop is stay here, but sometimes rook e8 and bishop go bishop f8, bishop g7 ideas also, right? Anyway, okay, bishop e3. Now, okay, bishop e3. Now e6 played. Okay, now maybe Winston want to play d5 some moment, right moment. And now e6 looks like a hedgehog ideas, right? It's hybrid variation. Okay, queen d2. Actually, one game. No, that's not cardio. I think it's a Polish play, right? Queen d2. Okay, now queen c7 important move, but okay, queen c7 played. Here d5 is a main move, but I think Winston came out 2730 and we Pranav 2597. That's the reason Winston want to get risk and he tried to play something like that hedgehog position much more. Right, Queen c7. According to engine, it's bad, but it's okay. Rook s6, rook s1, and now rook s8. Typical ideas. Okay, b4 played Pranav. And now I think queen b8. Okay, one game happened this variation. Okay. Now knight b3 played. Actually, happened game played rook f d1. Okay, what happened this game? We check bit. Okay, here. Okay, here white tries something like that. Okay, white try to attack. Okay, white play f4. And okay, he plays something like a very bad move, knight h5, and after yeah, after white pawn with attack, I don't know. Right, after white pawn with some attack, right? Yeah, some attack, and he attacked like this. He get exchange. Okay, but he's get attack and yeah, here resign because yeah, white position so much good anyway. Right. Anyway, this game he didn't play rook f d1. He play knight b3. Okay. Actually, they didn't follow this game, and they play. Okay, they play knight b3. Knight b3 played. That's not a good idea though. Right. Okay. Knight b3, and now knight e5 play Winston Kmart. He immediately attack this guy. He immediately attack here. Right. He immediately attack here because he want to get pawn. Only way to protect knight a4, right? And now b5 played Winston Kmart. It's like a pawn sacrifice. Okay, knight b6 played. What happened, guys? C takes b5, c takes b5, a takes b5. I think bishop takes b5, d5 is d5 sometimes very exciting ideas because it's very difficult position for both sides. That's the reason he didn't go for that. He played knight b6. And now b takes c4 play Winston Kmart. Winston Kmart simply sacrifice exchange. Yeah, here better way to sacrifice maybe knight takes c4. It's not okay. Knight takes c4 not a sacrifice though. Right. That's a better way. Maybe bishop takes c4, b takes c4, knight takes c8, and c takes b3. I think. Rook takes c8, whatever. Right, that's the better way. Maybe knight a5, d5. Yeah, this is a nice variation for black also. But anyway, he did like this b takes c4. Okay, actually here Winston Kmart take 6 minutes thing can he play b takes c4. Okay, knight cuts c8. Pranav won exchange. Okay, let me see. I think this is the interesting game of that round. I'm pretty sure this is very interesting game of that round because always Winston came our play. Very, very interesting chess. Right. Okay, rook at c8. Right. And now knight a5. Okay, now d5. Yes, d5. This is very interesting game, right? Now Pranav play bishop d4. Now knight c6, knight takes c6, and bishop takes c6. Okay, black is so happy about his ideas because he can play bishop takes f6, but it's not good because two bishops and one pawn. That's a very good compensation for yeah, very good compensation for black actually. Yeah, that's the current position. Pranav 35 minutes and Winston Kmart 39 minutes. Yeah. What happened this position? Bishop cut f6 not a good move. I think It's very bad move. It looks a blunder. I think e5 also not a good idea because knight d7 no knight e8, f4 maybe, but bishop f8. It's very tricky position. Maybe a3 a5 or knight c7. Yeah, this is very difficult position. E5 not a good idea. Okay, what to do Pranav? That's the problem. Engine suggests here a3, right? But bishop b5. Okay, engine suggests like this, queen b2. Okay, now knight e8. Bishop takes g7, knight takes g7. And now queen d4. Okay. Okay, engine suggests here e5. Okay, engine suggests h5 also. What happened? Take. Okay, knight f5. Maybe queen f2, it takes d5. Okay, this is very important position. Yeah, I think this is practically very hard to play Pranav maybe. Okay, I predict this game maybe Winston Kmart win. Because engine suggests here white better, but white position very hard to play, right? Okay, but Pranav didn't play that move, right? Okay, that's the current position. We check every games. Okay, Wandalian that game draw, right? What happened? Argasi Arjun Karthikeyan Murali. Sorry, Jordan Van Perst Arjun Argasi. Yeah, queen takes f4 happened. And after rook c6 played, right? Okay, now rook d1 played, queen d6, and now e4 immediately. He can take queen takes f4. Now rook takes f4. D take e4. I think maybe h4 possible. f5. Rook df1 because he can't take. Now knight takes e4 some threat. Okay, knight f6. h5. Okay, bishop takes h5. That's bit difficult. Human point very bit difficult. Okay. Anyway, what happened? Okay, that's the current position. Jordan played e4. Jordan time 30 minutes and Arjun time 40 minutes. Okay, Arjun is still thinking what to do. Right. Vidit game. Okay, Vidit game played what happened. Okay, I predict bit right. Rook f d1 and c takes d4, e takes d4, bishop f4. And after I suggest here g3 or something like that. Okay, but rook a1 immediately. Okay, now after now after Vidit Gujarati play f5, not knight df6 idea. He play f5. He wants some different thing. Now knight f1 played rare option. Because now important he can jump sometimes knight e5 and f3. This guy not stable, but this guy is stable with 2 pawns, right? Okay, queen f6 and now c4. Okay, that's the current position in that game maybe. I think that's the current position. I don't know. Yeah, that's the current position. Yes, Vidit can play queen g6. Okay, Vidit can play queen g6. Okay, this position is very complex, right? What happened? Anish Giri Nihal sir in game. Some moves played. King e1 and after bishop h6, bishop a4, and king d8 played, and queen b3. Now queen c8. This also very drawish position. I can say like that. Right. That's the interesting thing about these games. Okay. Now we want to go to challenges section. Okay, what happened challenges section? The challenges section, so many games. Right, first Harsha Vardhana versus R.N. Chopra game. They agreed to draw with 21 moves, guys. They agreed to draw with 21 moves. What happened? Okay, Harshavardhan played knight f3 and Aryan played knight f6. Now g3, Aryan plays c5, bishop g2. Okay, Aryan play knight c6. Right. Castles. Now e5, d. Okay, d3 here main move, but e4 played. Oh, this is interesting, guys. d6 played because knight takes e4 not good idea because I think rook e1 is possible. Rook e1 possible. Example knight f6. I think knight takes e5. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, but d6. Now after knight c3. Okay, d3 main move. And rook e1 also move, but knight c3. Now g6. Okay. d3, bishop g7. And now a4. Because knight d2 one of idea, h3 also one move. But bishop e3 also one idea. Knight h4 also one idea. But he did a4. Rook b8. Okay, now knight d2, very important. Knight want to go knight c4. And sometimes bishop g5 and collapse and get this d5 square. That's the idea. Okay, now a6. Okay, now knight c4 immediately. He can play b5, right? Yes, he did b5. AB, and knight e3. Okay, this is very nice maneuver in ideas, Harshvardhan. Now castles, knight d5, knight x, and now bishop e6. Okay. Okay, now c3. Okay, now he took can knight e7. Now you can play sometimes f5 ideas also. Okay, rook here, rook 8 and rook b7. Yeah, they agreed a draw. Yeah, this is a very quick draw, right? With this very quick draw. But what to do here? That's a problem. Yeah, he can play h4, but after h5. Yeah, bishop pair, but maybe g4 very desperado. I don't know. Okay, but they agreed draw. It's a nice result. Okay, what happened? Praneshwas goes Dityan. It's a 17 moves played. Okay, d4. Okay, Goshtapyan, I think he liked to play some Queen's Gambit ideas. Okay, he liked to play sometimes Queen's Gambit ideas. Goshtapyan. Okay, he played d4 and now knight f6. c4, e6. Okay, normal Queen's Gambit. Okay, knight c3. Wow, it's very exciting, guys. It's Nimso Indian defense. Bishop b4. Okay, now Queen c2. e3 also interesting. a3 also these days very popular. Queen c2 played all lines because all main line actually. Queen c2. And now d6 played. Okay, that's bit questionable though. Actually, main move castle. Right? c5 also fine. d5 also fine. d5 bit convert to Raghavan ideas. But here d6. e3. Okay. My first question, can I play queen a4? No, it's not good, right? Because knight c6, I can't play d5. E takes d5, c takes d5, knight takes d5. I think this is black good. Because knight f6 is so much important. That's the reason play d6. And now e3, right? Actually, knight f3 also interesting. a3 also one of choice, but I think maybe a3 is idea. Bishop takes e3, queen takes e3, knight e4. That's the idea, maybe. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, e3 played. Right. Now what happened? Castle. Yeah. The bishop d3. Nimsho Indian classical variation. Now e5 immediately played. Right. Okay. He want to close position and sometimes he try to take bishop takes c3 if he want. Right. e5. Okay, c5 one of main move. But anyways, e5 played. Now knight e2. And now rook e8. castles, and finally he took bishop takes c3 because he know he can close this position. Okay, knight cut c3 and now knight c6 because he like to play maybe d5 or something like that. But engine don't like black's position, but it's like King's Indian nature position. Okay, d takes c5 played Goshdiptian, right? Now knight b4. Wow, it's nice idea because he immediately eliminate this bishop pair. Right, this is interesting. Now queen a4 played. Queen a4 not a good idea, guys. Okay, queen a4 not a good idea. Now d take e5. Okay, now black is so much good. Black is more than fine now. Bishop takes h7 played. Goshdiptian play bishop takes h7. Now knight cut h7. And now queen takes b4. Okay, white up a pawn. Black's development is so nice. Yes. Black play e4. This is very important idea from Pranesh because he got his space. Now he can try sometimes queen g5, bishop h3 idea, right? Queen c5. Okay. Now bishop g4. Very interesting because he here defend these ideas also, right? h3. Oh my god, guys, this is so exciting, guys, so exciting variation. After h3, the Goshdiptian take his 6 minutes and played h3. What happened? Oh, marvelous. Bishop cut h3 happened. This is very interesting. Yes, Pranesh play bishop cut h3. This is very nice because he know now this position is draw. What happened? Okay, g cut h3. What happened, guys? Rook e6. This king haven't any defenders. That's a problem. Queen f5. Now rook g6. So queen h4. Queen h4 interesting. Now threatening rook g6. Sometimes knight g5 comes. Wow, this is very nice. Very nice intuition. Right. Okay. Queen h5 played. Now bishop d7. Okay. Okay, bishop d7. Perfect sense. Rook d1. Okay, now it's materially equal everything because bishop cut h3 is very important resource. I don't know why he played h3. He can't do anything. I don't know what is the idea. Okay, but he did h3 with he take 6 minutes can play h3. But Pranesh Pranesh get 10 minutes and he took bishop cut h3. Okay, nice. Queen h5 and now bishop d7, rook d1 happen. And now rook e6. Okay. Now white king little bit dangerous. Queen g4. Okay, that's the current position in that game. Okay, that's very exciting game. Like Winston Kmart game. Right. Okay, here engine suggests f5. What's the idea? f5 example, queen takes f5. I think queen e7. No, this is not a human type of chess, guys. This is not a human type of chess. I don't think so. f5 is move. Can I play rook g6? No, I can't. I think probably he can play knight f8. But knight f4, probably knight cut e4, right? Okay, I don't know. Maybe he find f5. Okay. This is very exciting game. Pranesh rating 2589 and Goshdiptian rating 2576. Right. Okay, next one. Harika Donawali versus Indian Fee. What happened? Okay, it's happened 22 moves played. Okay. Okay, Indian played e4 and Harika played e5. c4 to e6. Queen's gambit decline type position. Knight c3, knight f6. Now here nowadays very popular c takes d5, but Indian P played bishop g5 all line. Now d takes c4 happened. Okay, d takes c4 played Harika Donawali. Okay, right, e3. Now bishop e7. Okay, actually here e4 also very exciting. E4 c5 maybe, right? Yeah, it's a Vienna variation. But e3 played. Now c5. Okay, bishop e7 played. C5 main move. Bishop e7. Now bishop takes e4. Okay, c5. Knight f3. C takes d4. E takes. Okay, knight takes d4. E takes d4 is fine, but knight takes d4. Uh, Bishop d7. Try to play knight c6. Castles. Knight c6. Now knight f3 castles. Okay, that's a very equalist position. Okay, e4. Okay, actually that game queen need to play it, but Indian P played e4. Now Harika play e5. That's not a good idea. h3. Rook c8. Now a3. a6. Rook c1. b5. Bishop b3. And now rook b8. That's not good move, right? Why rook b8? I don't know. Okay, bishop p3. Wow, Indian P played bishop p3. That's very important idea. I don't know what is the idea, right? Maybe. Okay, bishop e3. Okay, it's very huge plus, right? Okay, b4 played. What is the idea behind this sequence? Yeah, maybe knight d5 is terrible idea. I don't know. Right, anyway, b4, knight, a takes b4. Bishop takes b4, knight d5. Knight take, bishop takes. Okay. White piece is so much good, right? White piece is so much active. Right? Queen e8. Okay. Queen e8. Now queen c2. Rook c8. Queen d3. a5. Rook at d1. Okay, white piece is so much active. That's a problem. White piece is so much active. Okay, now knight here. Oh my god, knight here is a big mistake. According to engine, this is a really big mistake. Wow. Rook cut c8, bishop cut c8. Now very important to play Indian. Okay. He can find, right? Knight g5. What is the idea? If we play knight g5, because Indian time 52 minutes and Harika 11 minutes. Now Indian can spend his time and he can choose this idea. What is the idea? Example h6, knight cut f7, rook cut f7, queen c4. Wow. I don't know, it's easy. What is the idea? Okay, now rook d8 some position. Okay, now what to do, guys? Example, simply bishop a6 happen. It's a bishop cut f7. Because guys, queen cut f7, I think rook d8. Now bishop f8 only move. Now I think queen. Okay. No, this is not a human move, right? This is different. No, queen cut f7, king cut f7. Okay, rook cut. Yeah, this is easy, right? Okay. I think he can find knight g5. It's very tricky move. But I believe Goshtiptian will find knight g5, guys. I believe Goshtiptian will find knight g5. This is very important. What happened? Bishop a6, queen c2. Now bishop cut f7 is very important idea. Example, queen b3, what happened? Yeah, that's also really good, right? Really good. Yeah. Yeah, definitely he will find knight g5. I don't know. But so many good moves here, queen c2. Yeah, white position so much good. Position everything equal, but white position so much good. What the heck? I can't believe these things. Right, okay, Vaishali Ramesh Babu versus Adiban Bhaskaran. Okay, actually 23 moves played. What happened? Adiban Bhaskaran, we call it Beast. Beast play with Vaishali Ramesh Babu. Ramesh Babu Pragnananda's sister, right? Right. We see what happened. Right. Right. Uh, okay. Vaishali Ramesh Babu versus Adiban Bhaskaran. Okay. D4 played Ramesh. Sorry. Beast. Knight F6. C4. G6. Okay. Vaishali plays some kind of King's Indian now Grand Field defense. Knight C3. D5. C takes D5. Knight takes D5. Okay. This is Grand Field defense. And now equal knight cut c3, b cut c3, bishop g7, and bishop. Okay. Main move bishop c4, but beast try something different. Knight f3, but beast play bishop b5. This is nice idea because now knight c6 not a good idea because knight c6 not a good idea. I mean, now if you play knight c6, I think yeah, that's possible, right? But c6 played Vaishali. Now bishop a4. Now castles. Now knight e2. Now difference. Same position. Bishop c4 here is stay, but c6 here. Okay, now b5. C5 is one of main idea. And now maybe castles. I think knight c6 possible. Bishop e3. And now knight a5. Rook b1. Like this. Okay, but anyway, what happened? Why shall he play b5? Third choice. Right. Okay, after b5, bishop b3 played. Okay, bishop b3. Okay, bishop b7. Now castles. Knight d7. c5 also fine actually. Okay, knight d7. Bishop g5. Again, beast play bishop g5. c5. Attacking simply this guy. Okay, d5 played beast. Okay, now c4. f5 also fine, right? c4. Bishop c2, knight c5. Okay, h4. Queen d7. f3. Rook c8. Rook a b1. Okay, now a6. Right. Okay, now queen d2. e6. Okay, d got e6. Everything. I think this position looks equalish. Okay, beast try something. According to engine, this position equal. But let me see. Right. Last game, Puranik Abhimanyu versus Leon Mendenica. Okay, e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6. Bishop b5. Rosalimo variation. Sicilian Rosalimo. Now knight f6. I think main move g6. But knight f6 played. Knight c3. Queen c7. Castles. Okay, e5 played. Knight d4 main move. But e5 played. Okay, he want to convert that position on and Carlson game maybe. Right, rook e1 played. Okay, a6. Bishop f1. d6. Okay, knight d5. Okay, knight d5 played. d6 not a good idea. Right, knight d5, knight card d5, e card d5, knight d4, knight card d4, c card d4. Okay, now white bit better, right? Right. Okay, c3, d got c3, b got c3, bishop e7. Okay, a4. Right, a4 castles, a5, f5. Okay, both players try something. Okay, c4. Okay, c4 not a good idea. c4, right? c4 no, c4 it's fine. Okay, bishop f6, bishop a3. Now e4, rook b1, bishop d4. Okay, now d3. d3 not a good idea. Rook e3, bishop takes a5, bishop b2. Okay, f4. Wow. Rook t4 f3. Okay, black gets some counterplay in king side. Counterplay king side actually. Right. Okay, f3 and after g3, b5, c card b5. That's the current position. Yeah, that's so much messy position. We can say like that, right? Uh, okay, that's the thing about these games. Right. Okay, master sections. So much good games. Arjun game. Equalized game. Nothing maybe. This game it's also equal. Okay, this game white got something because Nihal Sarin run with king and Anish run with king. White got something. Pranav Winston Kmar game. Okay, I think yeah, Winston Kmar got something. Yeah, Pranav play e5. Oh, oh. Pranav didn't play a3 like that because he play e5. Okay, I suggest this variation. Oh, that happened in the game, guys. Wow, that's happened in the game. Okay, I suggest here Pranav. Sorry, Winston Kmar can won this game. Yeah, now knight b5 is very terrible. No way to attack, guys. Yeah, this is terrible position. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I want to stop this stream. Uh, okay, please